Welcome on another episode on Moonwood Podcast. I go by the name Lobito, aka Mr. Consistency. Me, I don't make consistency in my lifestyle, aka all the podcaster combo, aka the man we get dreams, aka the man with the beer king, we don't come from royal family. And today episode is going to be something amazing about how to make a decision because this is just 2025 January and the foundation is now, and you need to know the type of decision you need to make. That is why I'm going to be welcoming an amazing guest in the show. Thank you guys. Thank you for everything we want to do for us since we don't start this podcast everything. I just want to, share with you guys. This is 2025. I go appreciate you make that love, making increase, that subscribe, that like, let book all over. And I'm going to give you guys the best podcast you've ever seen in Nigeria. Me and my team are going to work towards it. Thank you very much. Let's welcome the guests to the show.
I'm Pastor Peter Ademola Ogumilade, and I'm also a proprietor of Divine Care Schools. Abiladi.
Awesome, sir. Pastor or Mr. Peter, I want you to take us back. How you take build the school and what was the vision you had for it at the peak of your success?
The Divine Care Schools is a school that I can say was built by God Himself. Because by the time I was planning to build it,
Okay.
There wasn't any money in my hand then.
No money at
No
all.
money. In fact, by that time, I was an engineer in one company.
Okay.
After the project that the employer for,
Okay.
I was, in fact, the whole engineers were sacked. And nothing else. So everybody was struggling to find a way out. Then, as I stayed at home for some time, then I remember that I've taught in secondary in schools before.
Okay.
Then I have to start moving from one church to the other to be training pastors and evangelists and the prophets.
Okay.
That I knew that they were unable to speak very well to promote themselves and to promote their work.
Okay.
So, because a lot of people that are coming to the school, to the church, may not be able to speak Yoruba or understand Yoruba.
Yeah.
So, as I gathered them, I started training them.
Training them to speak good English.
Yes.
Okay.
So, that is what motivated me. That if I start school, I should be able to manage it very well. So, I started gathering money. So, because there was no any job in my hand.
What year was that, sir?
It was year 2005.
2005.
Yeah, 2005.
Okay. So, how much were you able to gather?
I was able to gather just 150.
150. Like how were you able to spend the 150,000 naira to set up a school?
Yes, thank God. That 150,000 naira, I rented a place.
Okay.
It's 3-bedroom flat.
All right.
Then, in fact, I cannot even remember how much I paid it. Because, so after renting it,
all right, sir,
I went to somewhere to go and buy some plants and invited one carpenter to come and build the tables and chairs.
The chairs
for the school.
The name Divine Care, where did the name come from? How would I say it? Why did things come from the name Divine Care?
Well, that is a good question.
Okay.
Because when we are saying divine care,
yes,
it means help from God. The care from God.
The care from God.
Yes. Then the name was given to me when I prayed. It is through prayer I got the name.
The name Divine Care.
So that is why there is no place they hear the name that doesn't ring.
So what was the vision for the school?
The vision for the school is to train students to become leaders of tomorrow.
That is amazing.
Yes.
That is amazing, sir. Thank you, sir. When did things start to fall apart? And what do you think was the first problem in the foundation of it all? Was it your family? Was it the school? Or your finances?
The genesis of the problem started in 2015.
2015.
So what I had, or I was informed,
Okay.
that any person that has a school should not be living there.
Why?
Because people will be thinking that there is money with you, and that will expose that person to thieves. So because of that, I have to pack out from that place and rent
an apartment outside.
But what I saw from that time was when I reach school early in the morning, I would discover that all the compound had been wetted
with what?
With special power.
Special.
That is powered water.
Powered water.
So first by that time I didn't count it to be much. It had to be something that is so serious. So later I started seeing sacrifices.
Sacrificing where?
In the compound.
In the compound of the school.
Yes. In fact, that was the first time I discovered that they even use a catfish in doing sacrifice.
Sacrifice in the compound of the school.
Yes. And I don't belong to any secret court. And no herbalist can say that I've contacted him. So I don't know. And I'm not fighting with anybody. So it was a great surprise to me. So later, thieves started their work. Even one of the table, I found it in the market.
Which, like,
only that I don't want to be mentioning.
Yes, of course.
I found it in the market. When I saw it, I wanted to catch the person. So that is why I did not carry it.
You did not carry the table?
Yes, because there was no person in that place.
In the position of the table?
Yes. So by the time I came back, the market had been faced out.
Jesus Christ.
In fact,
it was so pain. So those things are the beginning, genesis.
Yes. Then what I saw after was that people started owing the school. Even up to the tune of 4 million.
4 million naira.
Yes. So at this time that I'm talking about, 4 million of those days, let me say, that's 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
You know, it's about 100 million, or let us say 100 million today.
Yes, it's so much. Yes. So, in fact, after all those things, those sacrifices, people started owing you.
So, and somebody, they capitalized on my being too merciful. Because some parents would tell me that, oh, please, I'm into one, I've joined one cooperative society, I've joined this, I've joined that.
Story.
Giving me a story that by the end of the month, please don't just drive away my child. By the end of the month, I bring your money in full, and I bring you
used to accept.
So that is how
the debt was
gathering
up to 4 million naira.
So and it came to a point that I was unable to pay the
Jesus Christ, because the students were not paying. So there was not money to pay.
So even one of them went as far as bringing a soldier.
To do what?
To come and fight me.
How much were you owing?
It was not about 60,000. 60,000.
And people were owing you 4 million outside. And because of 60,000, someone brought police, soldier to harass.
Even another person brought police. But let us see how God reacted. When that soldier came, he said, have I been owing them? I said, I have not been owing them. He asked from the woman that brought him, that has this man been owing you? when the school was functioning very well. He said he has not been owing us come.
Okay.
Why do you ask? Why did you call me to this place? He even dip his hand to into his pocket and give my children money.
Wow, you see,
And left.
God is awesome. God
The
is
second one brought
Police.
a police to the school to come and meet me.
Okay.
Then, when he had the same story, he said, "This is not ordinary. That this man, I will make sure I join you in prayer."
Èèyàn tán mú wá, the person wey dem bring say make you come fight you, make you come carry
Yes.
you. He now join hand to pray with you so that
So
you be able
that
to
is
move.
how God
Works. That's awesome, sir. Some might say losing everything does happen overnight. It's often the result of unchecked mistake. I believe, say, as success doesn't happen overnight. Same thing as you losing everything can't happen overnight. It's by you not paying attention to some certain things. Do you believe in emotion or not, sir?
I believe. The reason being that there was a day when I got to the school, I look at the flower in the front of the school. I saw two strangulated.
Like the
fowl.
fowl with they don't
Yes, they
break
turned
the
the
neck.
yes, they turned the neck, and that is to kill the
Like
the
the two.
yes. So I knew that this is not an ordinary thing.
Well,
Even if one we die, two of them cannot come and die at the
at the same time, at the same spot.
So because of that, I started thinking that something there is fire
On the mountain. And before that, that was when you said they were bringing sacrifice to the school and they were putting those powerful water in the school. That is when the students started owing you. So you believe in that because of those things that happened that you didn't consider them as a bigger threat.
Yes.
Òun ló jẹ́ kán wọlé sí ní lára, and before you catch up like this, things are already of control. That's just something. There is this saying around the men who lost everything. People with the outside, they see them as a failure rather than a survivors. In that case, if you want to shine to your own, if you want to put it in your own case, what will you say?
The moment
Okay.
that school
Took a break.
I cannot call it the final time for the school to close up. It's not. So I am using this time to relocate to another place.
All right.
And that school, I've converted all the schools to residential buildings.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you converted them,
Yes.
to residential so that
Yes.
money is going to be coming.
Yes.
out.
So I've taken tenants
In.
and they are paying regularly. That battle is one from that place.
Okay.
That town.
Okay.
Then I took my credentials. I went to other higher schools. When I introduced myself, even they said, "We need you." So the school took me. Yes. So I started taking the school chemistry.
All right.
Even geography. So later, I was the subject was into physics.
All right.
So I'm good in all these areas.
One question
Mathematics.
One question popped into my mind, sir. You know that you were once a big school owner that everybody knows in the locality, the best. You understand? So after the school take a break, and you said you took your credentials to go to other bigger school. My question is, don't you feel like that other side of it that feel like I can't settle for this kind of thing? Why will I go to something like this? So how were you able to handle that pride inside of you, sir?
Well, in fact, I was well known.
Okay.
In fact, I was even attending labs meeting. And through that, that's the Association of Proprietors and Proprietresses.
Okay.
So through that, many schools know.
All right.
And apart from that, people that have been hearing the name of my schools,
Divine care.
those people that have even come in contact with me,
All right.
they knew that this man is just a time that brought this thing, that a thing is going to change. So, but as for me, I'm a Christian.
All right.
And I have the belief in God.
Good.
God knows the reason why He permitted that break. So, and my belief is that it is time to relocate
Move away from
to another
locality.
place. In fact, now that I sold my property there, I converted the school to residential buildings, and people are there as I'm even talking.
That's awesome.
So it's even helping some other people also to
Yes.
find where to lay their heads.
To lay their heads.
Yeah.
That's perfect, sir. That's awesome, sir. When you look at what you lost, do you ever feel angry? Do you feel anger to the system or your decision? Being a God.
Well, though I've said that there is nothing that someone faces in life without God knowing first.
Yes.
Are you getting it?
Yes.
So I knew that it was time to relocate this school. And my life was saved. There are many proprietors, there are many proprietresses that have died.
They have died.
And my life is still there. Another thing was that this school, not that I sold it.
You did not sell any.
In fact, I did not even cut 1 inch from it to sell.
Wow.
Up to today, I'm the owner of everything. So I cannot say I miss anything. Nothing was lost.
Nothing was lost. It's just the situation right now. Will you call this kind of situation trials? Maybe God is giving you a trial. Because there is this part of one book I was reading one day like this. It says, whenever you find yourself in an tribulation, it means that God is setting you for a bigger stage. Do you think that God is setting you for a bigger stage?
Well, thank you for that question.
Yes, sir.
You see, I've been called
so you are
as a servant of God.
So you are a pastor.
By the grace of God.
Oh.
And God has even used me to establish a church.
So you have a church right now?
It's belongs to God.
Yes, you have a church that God made you to. What is the name of the church?
The Assembly, the Lord Assembly Gospel Church.
The Lord Assembly Gospel Church. What inspired her name? I believe that.
No, it's God that called me.
It's God that called
that told me to go and
That's the name.
Yes.
That's also. And how is the church doing right now?
And by the grace of God, the church has started operating.
How long have you started the church?
It's up to 10 years now.
10 years now, since 2015.
But another thing happened to me.
Okay, I want to hear.
It was another baptism. But I don't need to explain that. But glory be to God, that church, everything is still intact there. So, but the reason why God permitted all those things to happen was that I supposed to have even employed somebody to be in charge of the school so that
you face God's work.
That's it.
So you mean that God wants you to focus on Him?
Yes.
But you were not focusing on Him.
Not that I was not doing the work, but God was expecting me.
There is this saying again, God wants all our time. Yes. He doesn't want you to give Him your own time. He wants everything. So you were being focused on your own success rather than you focusing on God. So that is why all this kind of thing happens. Oh, that's awesome. Sir, if you see one person, or if you like see person to advise, person where they go through everything way you don't face, what is that thing you are going to tell them?
In this world,
Okay,
someone cannot just say he has a linear graph. linear graph, that straight line graph.
Straight line, I understand. There must be.
So there must be up and down. So that is why this sky is not always white.
Yes.
At least, if you see part of it that is white, part may be black.
Yes. Yes.
Because that is telling us that there's this world. Everybody faces problem, but the problem are different. The problem of one person different from the problem of another one.
Yes.
So your own now, this is your own time that you face problem, and the problem you are having. In fact, I don't count it as problem because your life is there, and that God that can make changes in your life can never die.
Yes.
And it's your maker, and is able to do all things. The Bible says that with God, all things are possible. So if you can believe that God can help you to recover all those things, lost things, God will help you out. Even there are many people that their cases are even more that have been
worse than
this.
this.
And today they are loving.
I have a question to ask you again. Are you this person that believes so much in faith?
Even with what I'm saying, you should know that I believe very much in having faith.
There is this.
The Bible says without faith,
it is impossible.
It is impossible. Thank you.
Yeah, I know a little about the Bible. This is the question. There is this man that lost everything he had. There is also another one that lost everything he had. Let's say Mr. A lost everything he had. Mr. B, he lost everything where he worked for. So Mr. A believes so much in God. He has faith that God is going to do everything back. Mr. B, he doesn't believe so much in God.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that he doesn't believe. He believes, but he's not much as Mr. A.
Okay.
But Mr. B believes that as far that I'm working again, I can still get everything.
That's Mr. B.
Mr. B. And Mr. A believes that I don't need to work. As far as I don't lose everything, God still return everything back. Who do you think God is going to answer? Is it Mr. A or Mr. B?
For God to help you, you cannot just be in such a condition and stay in a place and be saying, "Oh, God is going to bring this, God is going to bring that." God will just be looking at you because God has given you life and has not taken it.
Yes.
Your hands are there, your eyes are there, and people that can help you are still here. So why don't you move to?
So you are saying that Mr. B is...
So Mr. B is right. Are you getting it? But the only thing he needs to do more is to have more faith. Yes. Because with all those things he's doing,
yes,
if God does not have hand in it, he will not be successful.
Yes.
And his life will not change.
But he still has the edge.
Yes.
That's awesome, sir. This is 2025. What's in the plan for this year? And do you believe in starting over again, Abi? You believe that there is a point one must get to and you must accept defeat? Do you support that motion?
As I said, that I'm trying to relocate. It's not a moment to stop permanently. Okay. And by the special grace of God, where I will build the school, okay, it's already located. Okay. And it remains to start building it. And by the grace of God, I'm starting this year.
God, that is amazing. So is there it gets one stage where person go reach, make person give up?
Well, there is no place, no position that someone can reach
or point
in life. In as much as God is still alive, okay, His no maker, He does not need to accept the defeat.
He must not accept defeat as far as you are still breathing.
Yes.
That is also...
But you need to move closer to God.
So are you saying that if you don't move closer to God, that you can't make it, or what?
Who will defend him? Satan is in the world, and it is Satan that is punishing him that will continue. But if it depends on God, he turn to God, please help me, God. This is the problem I'm having. God knows how to stop Satan. Stop there. And Satan has no true head.
This this is, I'll tell you one thing now, sir. Do you know the man called Elon Musk?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk is the richest man in the world.
Okay.
And he's an atheist. Okay. And he's the richest man in the world. What are we going to say about that?
Well, as for being rich,
yes,
does not mean that God is behind you. There are two sources
to wealth.
To wealth. You either believe in God or believe in Satan. Both of them can enrich you.
Both of them.
But the end of someone that is enriched by Satan is hellfire. So this is what makes some people that are very rich not to be merciful to people that have problems. They cannot help because they know that their end is going to be. There is this video of a man. He's a pastor. Okay. He said something. Thank God that you are a pastor. He said something that if you are a poor man, that you are not a Christian, because every Christian must be rich. He said that. What can you say about that? He always saying that you must be a rich man for you to know that you are a Christian. That if you are not rich, that you are not a Christian. What do you have to say about that, sir? Now, if you are poor, that does not mean that you are not a Christian. Are you getting it? It only needs time. Are you getting it? And if you say you give your life to God today, and God will watch it, will watch you before He can trust anything to your care. Well, you need to trust you first. Yes, He needs to try you, whether you really believe in Him or not. But if you see problem and you don't flee. But there's this saying again. They say that God knows the past, He knows the present. But God, before anything happens, God knows, isn't it? Yes. But this thing that He said that God must know, maybe He can trust Him, but God knows the outcome of everything. Why must He put us in that situation? Let me tell you, God, we want the proof. Are you getting it? Though God can tell you what will end the world. Yes. Even the Bible, through Bible, we know all those things that will end. Of course. Are you getting it? He has foreseen everything. He has told us what will happen. And yet, He put us to say that problem is coming, but the only thing you need to do is believe in Him. Is the one that will fight for you. Yeah. And the angels, number of angels that God has is more than 10 times. It's more than, it's more than million times the people in the world. Whoa. Yes. So, if you are following God, He will give you an angel that will guide you. Okay. Because the angel guiding is the one guiding angels. Yes, it's the one. Guardian angels. Yeah. So God really needed a proof. Yes. Yes. That is crazy. I understand it now. Oh, today's episode rather is an amazing. Like I told you all that this year I'm going to be bringing a lot of creativity. You can see that this episode talks about real life struggles, waiting you need to do when you find yourself in that situation. See, you just check and balance yourself. Abi, you just if you see anything will happen, it happen. And sir, do you also have another things to say? Well, as I've said that I'm relocating. Okay. And part of my plan that I will start executing from this year. Okay. Is teaching people online. Teaching people online? Yes, teaching them physics, mathematics, and many other subjects. That is amazing. That is creativity. Because there's this saying that internet is another world on its own. Yeah. And if you can, include this thing in your daily life as well, it's a big thing. Yes, you're just starting it up. Today you might not have any views, but tomorrow you might have one. Like I always tell people, before you make anything happen, before anything comes your way, you need to practice. You need to know that you need to make consistency your lifestyle. And when you make your consistency your lifestyle, things is going to fall in places for you. And I have this small package for you, sir.
I want you to read the caption on it, sir.
In fact, it's very
This
there is no shortcut to achieving something that will stand the test of time.
you see,
Anyway,
yes, sir. So like I always tell every one of you guys that we bring in creativity to the podcast, and today we are going to put in a stop to the show. I go by the name Repito, aka Mr. Consistency, aka the man for the people there, aka the combo for podcaster, aka the man with the beer king, gonna come from any royal family. I'll see you until the next time. God bless you all.
hey.